Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, here are the guidelines for the group assignment for MGT 345. So there are two things that you need to complete for this semester. The first one is the case study report, which carries 20% of your carry marks. So what you have to do is form a group of 5 students and then choose an organization to be visited. So you need to visit an organization. You are to set an appointment with the company yourself. Seek my approval first before going for the visit. So before you go for the visit, please check with me first whether I approve the company or not, because I don't want many groups to go and visit the same company. So make sure you seek my approval before you go and set with the company for an appointment. Okay, from the visit, you are required to write a report on the operation system of the company. So we learn operation system in chapter 1. So you go and check what is meant by operation system and focus on the components of operation system. So your report should include the following. So this will be the content of your report. The first is the background of the company, the background or history of the company that you selected. Okay, the background and history here, you can actually get the information from the website, newspaper cutting, not necessarily from the visit, not necessarily from the interview only. And then you move to explaining the company's products. Okay, the maximum product that you should explain is 3 products. So if the company has many products, more than 3, then choose 3 only, maximum. If the company has only 1 or 2 products, then you just explain 1 or 2 products lah. Okay, and then item C here. Okay, from explanation in B, if the company has more than 3 products and you explain only 3, choose only 1 product from your explanation in item B. And what you need to do from the product that you selected, you are required to explain the components of operation system. Okay, so what are the components? Inputs, transformation process, outputs, and also feedback. So let's say the company that you want to have a visit to produce, let's say, shirt, bags, and shoes. Shirt, bag, and shoes. So you explain the 3 products, and out of the 3, for item C here, you choose one of the 3. Okay, it can be shoes or bags or shirt. Okay, and then what should you explain in the for the components of operation system? First is to explain the inputs. Inputs needed to produce the product that you selected. So let's say you choose shoes, not bag and not shirt, you choose shoes. So identify what are the inputs needed in order to produce shoes. And remember, we cover in chapter 1 the 4 types of input. So please explain these 4 types of input needed to produce the shoes. Okay. And then after you have explained the inputs, then go and explain the transformation process. Okay, so what is meant by the transformation process here? It is the production process or production stages of the product selected. So now for transformation process, please explain the stages or the manufacturing process of producing the product that you have selected, which is the shoes just now. So apa proses yang diperlukan? What are the stages involved in producing the shoes? So in order to explain the transformation process here, I want you to explain section by section. Okay, every stage involved in producing the product, please explain in a specific section. Don't explain in paragraph. I don't want you to explain one process refers to one paragraph. No. Okay, come up with one specific section. Okay, let's say in order to produce shoes, the first stage or the first step involves designing the shoes, and then cutting the shoes, and then sewing the shoes, and so on. So for the first stage, that is designing the shoes, explain for that stage completely. Okay, so what are the information that you can put in for that or each particular process or stage is the number of workers needed, It is whether workers need specific skill or not, what are the raw materials used, what are the machines and equipment used, the name of a specific name for the machine and equipment, um, the time taken for each process in order to complete each process or each stage. So those are the information that you can put in, because these are the information related to operations management. Okay, so you can also put in pictures together with your explanation. For example, pictures of the machines that the company used for that particular stage, for cutting ataupun for designing stage or designing step. What is the machine used? So you can put in the picture, or you put in the worker doing the job using the equipment. Okay, so that is for the transformation process. So before you start explaining the transformation process, it is best that you draw a diagram first that shows the flow. Okay, you just draw a few boxes that shows the production flow from stage number 1 until the end of the stage. Okay, buat kotak biasa, just an illustration, a simple diagram to show the process, and right below the diagram you start explaining each of the process. So each process should have its own name. Okay, for example, cutting, designing, sewing, printing, packaging. So you have to have a name for each and specific process. So transformation process will have a lengthy explanation. Okay, penerangan transformation ni sangat panjang. Then item number 3 is the output. So focus on explaining only the output for the product you selected. So let's say you choose the shoes just now. So only explain about the shoes. If the shoes have many varieties, then you explain on these varieties. For example, the company produced 3 types of shoes: high heels, sandals, and sport shoes. So explain and put pictures on these varieties of output. So what to explain for the outputs? Maybe you can explain in terms of colors, in terms of sizes, in terms of price, and who are the target customers and all. Okay, so use your creativity to explain the output. And the best is to put also pictures for each variety of output. And finally, you need to explain the feedback as well. So feedback, as we learned, it is the evaluation of customers on the products that have been purchased. So what you can do here is you can include the ratings or reviews given by the customers on the products that you selected. So how to search for feedback? So you can search from many sources. There are a lot of platforms that you can use to get the reviews or ratings given by the customers. But please, before you write the feedback, please write, before you insert or you screenshot the feedback, please write a little bit of introduction first. Explain sedikit lah menggunakan ayat sendiri. So the feedback can be in a form of positive and negative ones. Okay, so try to get not so many, but not so little. Okay, one page is considered as okay. So explain all items comprehensively. Item T here meaning that from item A until C, you have to explain in detail. Okay. And you are also required to provide pictures. Pictures of what? Raw materials, machines, workers, products, and many more. Okay. So these pictures are to support your explanation. So pictures must be provided at the correct section of your report, not as an appendix. So make sure you put the pictures at the correct section. When you are explaining about the inputs, so please put in pictures related to inputs at the input page. Okay, and transformation process, put the pictures related to the transformation process. So you can combine pictures together with explanation. So make sure you balance the picture and explanation. Jangan buat picture tu melebihi daripada explanation. Okay. Okay, so what you have to do, the best report, what I expect from you is to explain in detail. You have to assume that I don't know anything about the production process of the product that you select. Okay, so by reading your report, I now know how to, what is the process involved to produce that particular product. So andaikan saya ni tak faham satu apa pun, memang saya tak faham lah. So by reading your report, now from zero knowledge, now I get some knowledge how to produce the product. Okay, so try to explain in detail so that the readers understand what you are explaining, and you also understand what you are explaining. Okay, the report should consist of 10 to 12 pages, not including cover page and table of content. Your report must be based on valid evidence, such as the interviews, websites, newspapers, journals, articles, videos, comment, reviews, and etc. Okay, so your sources to get the information not only come from the interview, from the visit to the organization. You can search from the website. You can also watch the production process from the videos, YouTube videos, and get some information from there. Then you start explaining comments and reviews to get the evaluation or feedback from customers. If there is any newspaper cuttings on the company that you selected, then you can just take info from the newspaper and so on. Okay, so at least 5 references must be included in your report. So include at least 5 references. Okay, your report should consist of, the first is cover page, table of content, and acknowledgements. Then you start with a little bit of introduction. Introduction here is actually the introduction to your visit. Okay, not introduction about the company. Introduction about your academic visit, the requirement and all, a very short one. And this, then you go to the content. Okay, content starts with item A lah, the history of the company, or background of the company, the elements or the components of operation system and all, and etc. Then you go the last one to the conclusion, and finally you put in the references. Okay. Appendix can be inserted as well. So appendix is not covered, is not counted as the page number. So what can be inserted as the appendix? It can be, this is compulsory, a photo of your group with the company's manager or other relevant documents. So to make sure that all group members go for the visit, I want to see the photo of all the group members with the company manager or the company owner or any representative of the company. Okay, the report format, the file type, I want it in PDF form. Okay, this is for online submission because I want you to submit in 2 mediums, by 2 ways. One is for the hard, by submitting hard copy. So hard copy, you can just submit to me. You just write in Microsoft Word, then you print out and submit to me. And then before you submit in online medium, please convert to PDF first. So why do I want it in PDF? Because when you save as PDF, you punya format tu takkan lari dah. Okay, the page number won't be affected. So it is best to convert into PDF. Then the format will stays the same. Okay, dia takkan ada kesan lah kepada format report you. Font and size, font type and size is Arial 11. Spacing is 1.5 and paragraph must be justified margin. So what is justified margin? So not when you type a paragraph, dia punya kat belakang ni, dia akan jadi sama macam ni. Ayat dia tak masuk dalam kat luar, dia jadi sama dia punya paragraph tu. Susunan dia sama di margin, right margin. Okay, please use your own words in preparing the report. Don't copy from the website, especially on the history and background of the company. So I see this every semester. So don't copy from the website. Use your own words in preparing the report. Okay, I might come across those who copy directly. So please be careful with this. Come up with a creative and interesting report with words and pictures. Okay, report you must have words and also pictures. Organize your report in an attractive way to capture my attention. So don't write a report in an old-fashioned way. So try to combine pictures and words and arrange nicely so that it captures my attention. So when it captures my attention, so your report has a tendency or probability to get more marks lah. So infographic report is allowed. So your report, it is like an infographic lah, where it has pictures and also words. Copying from the references is not allowed. This is what I said just now. So I will conduct a plagiarism test using original software to check the similarity index. So before you submit to me your hard copy, I may ask you to submit or to email to me your report first, your final report. Okay, report yang you dah siap, like 1 or 2 days before the submission date, you are required to email to me And from that, I will check or I will run the similarity index using original software. So I will give you further instruction on this. Dekat-dekat nak submit, barulah saya akan bagi the details on the email address to submit your report, to email your report just for similarity checking. So the similarity index must not exceed 30%. So I will run this report, not you. So your task is only to email to me your final report. So any form of plagiarism here means when if you copy a lot from the references, so it is called as you plagiarize a lot, then it will be graded as 0. So the submission date has been decided to be on the 21st December 2023 and it is in week 11 by 3 p.m. in my office. Okay, so this is to submit the hard copy together with the online. So submit hard copy and also submit online in UFuture. So I will create a folder for you to submit online as well. So who to submit? It is the group leader to submit, and please make sure you tag or you take all together all the group members to be in your submission. Okay, I know you know how to do it. Okay, one tips, if any group who would like to see a sample of the previous or the seniors report, which in my opinion is among the best report, then you can ask from me personally. Okay, I will share with you, I can share with you a few pages of the seniors report, which to me it was very good to me, and they explain in detail in the very right format. Okay, so that's all for the first task that you need to do. Then we go now to the next assignment. Okay, this is the second task that you need to do, which carries 10%. This is the case study presentation. Okay, so your group is required to prepare a formal presentation. So it is a formal presentation based on the above group report. So from the group report that you prepared previously, okay, the operation system, then from that report you are required to present on that, and it is a formal presentation, so please make it formal and wear formal attire. Make sure you are presenting and not reading from the report. This is very serious. I want you to present like I present in class. Okay, don't rely so much on your gadget, on your notes. Okay, try to present the information as what you understand. Okay, don't read. If you read, it will affect your marks. Total time for presentation is 10 to 12 minutes only. So please plan your presentation so that it does not exceed 12 minutes. If your presentation takes more than 12 minutes, I will have to cut the presentation and stop the presentation. So make sure everybody rehearse first and present in 12 minutes. Be creative. You are encouraged to use an interesting way to present. So come up with a very good presentation aid. It can be slides using Canva, PowerPoint, or you can use videos in your presentation, but you have to present as well. Videos can be a supporting item or aid to support your presentation. So slides, drawings, and other presentation aids are allowed. And before you start presenting, please submit a copy of your slide before the presentation so that I can mark something on your copy of the slides. Okay, and the presentation date will be conducted between these dates, 7 to 18 January 2024, which is in week 13 and week 14. So I will keep you updated on the presentation date. So all the best to you in completing this group assignment. So make sure you can you can produce a good report and conduct a good presentation. So if you have any question, you are welcome to ask questions. And all the best. Thank you.